It's July 19th, I guess Juneteenth, 2022. At about, let's see, what time is it? 4:08 Central Standard Time. Sunshine. It's 100 bazillion degrees and my cat has to be right by me. This video is made with love by love despite its presentation style. And today I was just sitting here thinking about the word fuck and how other people use this video has coarse language from this point on. The word motherfuck and bitch and cunt. But when some people say that on lives, it's shocking because I type it and I don't really say it. So, like me saying this right now is, I prefer not to. Just like I would prefer not to, and I don't, use the word nigger when I speak. And so, and then I usually don't, I'll type it, I will type it, but I won't say it. And I will write it and I won't say it. And I mean, I really wouldn't curse a person out like that unless they kept calling, how do I want to say it? When I was growing up, grew up around all white people, and so I'm mixed. Anyway, so my point is this, that they would call me a nigger when they would run out of ammunition if I'm soon to be 60. If we were playing the dozens, as get that kind of thickens you up. Your mama is this. Your mama's so fat, the blah blah blah. Whatever you're gonna say, right? And so kids pick on me so badly that I would try to master words, and I would always one up them because I would beat them at the dozens. The word game. Anyway, so my point is this. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking I've watched a few videos, and this, no disrespect to Lily or Michi or other people that are on BoobTube. So, but a lot of people, blacks in particular, say motherfuck and nigger all the time. And I'm not saying anything. I'm used to it because I grew up with a black stepdad who had black relatives that would come over and they would talk like that. So I do not have virgin ears. So I guess I should have started this. If you have virgin ears, don't listen. But then the virgin ears would want to listen, right? Okay, anyway. So then why does somebody get offended when they read it? Okay, like if I type it, write it, people get really frickin' offended. And then when people say it, in like their everyday coarse language, they get pissed off and get offended because people are saying, whatever they feel is inappropriate. So, but this is what I have to say to all this. So, if you grew up middle class in the hood, from the street, bloody school, had hard school of hard knocks, hung around bars, you know, jail people, blue collar, middle class, regular fucking Joes. There I go. See there, but it just kind of goes and flows in naturally. And sometimes you feel like you have to swear, and sometimes there is no choice but for you to swear. Okay, that's the only way you're gonna get out of it. So then, fighting fire with fire, it's like if somebody calls you a bitch, well, fuck you, bitch. So then you're gonna up it up one. Fuck you, bitch. Back at you, you fucking hoe. Okay, anyway. So now back to me and growing up. So then people would say nigger, and then bitch would come out, and then they'd say ho, so then, and then now when we'd get in an argument, I'd just say, they'd say nigger, and then they'd say bitch, I go, you forgot one, a ho, and so then whenever somebody would go right to that, then I'd say, oh, we forgot bitch or nigger, or oh, you forgot crazy, because now we got that on, add that on there now. So crazy nigger bitch ho, you forgot one, like I always make sure to let them know, hey, you come, don't leave without completing the whole, vernacular nigger bitch ho, crazy nigger bitch ho. Anyway, so back to that. So now, it's funny when you think about it. But so then back to virgin ears. So then it's like, oh, so why do people get so offended? So we think of it Now I'm just saying we, like, collectively, who people who swear and talk like that and put it in their everyday language, is it's kind of like the word end, but, like, okay, whatever. Okay, that's like fuck, nigger, bitch, cunt, hoe, whatever. People use those words, like every day, regularly, because that's how they have to defend themselves, is with words. And that's the only way you're going to get out of that shit. And you got to talk bigger and badder than the other person that's standing right the fuck in front of your face. That's why people get away with the shit that they do, talking smack, i.e., typing smack on the internet, okay? And then think they can type shit and then get away without having to have the ramifications, like if they were standing in front of your face and said that shit and you'd be like, yeah, no, that is not going down right now anytime soon. Okay. So my point to all of this is that people, okay, this is to High Priestess Mary, intuitive High Priestess. She was, this is important too, she was cutting shade on Unique and Unapologetic because she felt she wrote something in her community page. And this, listen to me talking now. These are adults, and this is me talking, okay, about adults. It sounds rather childish. So then let me continue. But then, so then she wrote, oh, well, I don't know why she came at me. And then now this is what white people do. They will say, you spelt different wrong. You should learn how to spell. And then I don't really know what you're talking about. But you really might really have an idea because I guess you're intuitive and you know how to channel. Then you would know what they're really talking about and why they're cutting you some shade now that I'm, talking this out loud. So there goes my cat. Her name is Sunshine. Anyway, Bill and Ted's Adventure. And so then see how the TV scrambles and they like to cube me out just like they do on BoobTube. So they do the same thing on my TV and other places just for you other people who only think it's you who, oh no, they cut me in, they put me in BoobTube jail or this, that, the third. And then now I'm on my second strike and oh, I'm demonetized and oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway. So, oh, back to me, just said for fuck's sake. See, all right. So then I slide mine in. So then when I'm sitting with people, white people, then they get offended because all of a sudden they have virgin ears because then what their parents didn't swear and then so now they're going to get offended and so then now they're not going to take the information and what's being relayed because you swore and so then they're like, well, you swore, but then yet they can say nigger bitch cunt hoe, crazy nigger bitch cunt hoe. Okay, so this is about linguistics and the power of the word. And so if somebody's dishing it, they better make sure they can take it. That's why I get pissed off when people, well, it doesn't matter anyway because I'm shadow banned. But it's like if I want to make a comment, then it might eat it right away. Artificial intelligence, that is. And so then it's like I get frustrated and then I don't that's why I type stuff in different places, like in emails, because then it's all tracked on an IP address. And so then the feds are tracking it. So then everybody's involved. And so then everybody's protected. And then everybody who's not is, called out and their ass is hanging out. So this is where we're at. It's like everybody's got plumber's crack of the ass and we're all seeing the crack of their ass. And so then, like on the, now she came back. So then okay, back to it's a bazillion degrees. See my leg, see this my area. This is a queen size bed and this is where she decides to lay. Sorry, and then we have this space all out there, but no, this where she wants to be. So anyway, so my point to all of this is that people don't want to take the messages that are given because then they want to point out and nitpick this shit when they really know what the fuck it is that they're doing. And then they try to say, i.e., white people, I don't know what you mean. I don't understand. Can we talk about this? Well, goddamn well we don't want to talk about it. You were fake before, Joyce, and you're still fake now. And you could give a shit about me then, and you could give a shit about me now. So people like to play games and then think their will supersedes God's. Okay, this is where it gets funny. They think their will supersedes God's. Well, ain't that a bitch? Now, I'm healing myself with the Bible, and then they want to come and fuck with me sideways. Now, I'll just even talk about it. I'm in 10 minutes, but I wasn't going to say this. But I gave them a year's notice. A year's notice. And then now that ends in September, and they want to say, oh, you can leave in August 1st. Yeah, no, I don't think so. You can take me to court. Yeah, I don't think so. You can take me to court. Yeah, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? I give them stability and they want to give in turn instability because they have an emergency. Well, their emergency isn't my emergency. They didn't seem to give a shit when the water was frozen. They didn't seem to give a shit when there was rats, mice, and other rodents and dead things, black mold and other items that would be detrimental to one's health. And then now all of a sudden they think that I have a place to go. And then they want to talk to a person at the mental health facility instead of the sheriff's office, who I've been dealing with, Scott Rose. And then they want to call Brandon Smith and talk to Brandon Smith about something that Brandon Smith has nothing to do with. Isn't that interesting how they draw in other middle people and then try to shit on the situation when somebody was trying to help me, but then now they shit on him in turn because they were trying to protect their lying ass and cover their ass and their mistakes. And they think their will supersedes God's will. Yeah. Okay. On that note, fuck off.